Welcome back to the Dealing Seconds podcast with the Cards and Beards crew. I'm Chris.
And I'm dropping cards on the floor, Danny.
All right, dropping cards on the floor. Danny, how are you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Another day, another dollar. You know how it is. Same
Yep.
shit, different toilet. No, but today is a little bit special because we actually want to talk about something really near and dear to the Cards and Beards crew heart. We actually have the Crafters playing cards. Our Kickstarter. We're actually going to talk really quickly about our Kickstarter, why we decided to come up with this, who came up with the design, the whole little, quick spiel about everything, so that way you guys could be well informed for when we go live this Saturday, 10/15, so October 15th at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, that's a beauty. That is a beauty. Yes, we are both using them, and
Yes.
these
deck
cards.
of the day. That's what I'm using.
Yep, these are our, EDCs.
Wow.
Everyday
that was a
carries.
terrible fan.
I mean, now that's a fan. See, Dan, that's how you do a fan. That's the only good thing. That's the only good thing I could do.
I was just about to do a pressure fan, but I can't do it. Sorry. Just kidding.
Little thumb fans. All right. So first off, we want to say who actually designed the deck. Our one of the Cards and Beards crew, James. If you haven't followed him, his link will be in his Instagram handle will be in the description below. Rotting Hands. He's the one that created this deck. He designed it from in and out, the front of the card, the back of the deck. He customized the core cards. It's all on him. This is his design. We just told him, hey, we want something really interesting. Want to make it an everyday carry, and he's like, you know what? Write it back. Done. Boom. So
Yep. Exactly.
and then I think it was you, Dan, who had the idea of saying, hey, let's get this bicycle branded.
Yeah, of course. I saw that back design. I'm like,
That screams bicycle.
screams bicycle.
It really does. And just so you guys know, we actually Dan, actually, I should say, got this approved by USPCC. So that is why we can have it as a
Pretty
bicycle
damn
branded deck.
quickly, if I do say so.
Oh, that was really quick. Super, super quick, I remember. And I think one great homage to the writer backs. I think that was the reason why we wanted a deck like this. We wanted to have an everyday carry that everybody knows and loves. We all have writer backs at home, whether it be the red and blue, the original red and blues. And some of us have the other colors, but they're the go-tos for everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
total tribute.
total tribute to what we all have used. And I think it's a great homage. I mean, and the fact that you did that with a blue, makes it be like,
Well, let's just talk. Let's just talk real talk here. So, bicycle crafters, hitting Kickstarter, red deck. Okay, that's the launch.
this
That's
is
the
the launch.
launch. Okay, there will also be, deck cuts available by Mr.
Yes.
John.
Which we're going to go in detail a little bit later. But we're starting off, like Dan said, with this red colorway
Yep.
deck, which everybody knows. It's actually the red color of the USPCC red. That's why we wanted to go true to form. But we have one stretch goal. It's like a further out stretch goal. That if we hit it, we actually get the da 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 da.
And Sasha, this is your question from Instagram. You asked about blue. So blue is a stretch
Ooh.
goal. It's not the first stretch goal,
No,
but it is a stretch goal.
it is a stretch goal. And by the way, if you don't know Sasha's an awesome guy. He's been around for a while. He's a great member of the community. One of the first people I've actually met in this community. So, good question, Sasha. But yes, Sash, we are having the blue colorway. I think you will enjoy it. If you're watching on
Yeah.
YouTube right now, you will see the blue colorway on your screens right now. Honestly, it is a beautiful color. Those are just amazing.
I mean, you can't. and
Classic.
You need to back it because you can't have red without blue.
No, it's a
Or
classic.
blue without red, whatever.
I mean, the two colors that made bicycle.
Yeah. So that will be one of the stretch goals. We're not going to tell you all the stretch goals today, really.
No.
Or are we?
Maybe we should.
Maybe
we should.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should.
A little
Maybe.
later.
A little later, get you guys a little hyped up for it. But first, let's talk actually about, as we're talking about, goals and stretch goals and things like that. Let's talk about pricing first and foremost.
Okay.
People want to know about that. So first off, we are going to have early birds for this. It's only going to be through the weekend. So we launch 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have stretch goals, early birds, excuse me, that will last from all day Saturday and all day Sunday. So it's going to be a
Yeah.
2-day early birds, which is a really good early bird that you guys might want to hop on. We're actually going to be doing this deck for $11 a deck on early birds. It's going to be $13 normally. Retail we're saying is 13, but it's going to be $11. But we have some awesome, little tiers. So of course, $11 for one. We're doing the 33 for three, and we're doing 66 for a half brick, which is, in my opinion, I think a great price for a half brick.
Yes.
$66 for six decks of EDCs. Why not? Which is amazing.
Yes, exactly. And then just to kind of circle back to the blue, if blue unlocks, and you have 6 decks or 12, you can split that half red, half blue. Now that's a really interesting deal concept to me, because if you do the early birds, that means you can lock in this deck at an early bird price if it unlocks.
Yes.
So if you get the half brick or the brick, so
and we're going to tell you how much it's going to cost.
Okay.
Keep that in mind, because in a little bit we're going to tell you actually how much those will cost if you do not add it as a half brick or a brick.
Yeah.
You're going to hear what the price will be.
So just keep that in mind. Okay.
Keep that in mind. It's trust me, you guys want to get the half brick, because to get 3 and 3 at that price, yes, you'll find out one. So we talked about pricing. So we're actually keeping this to a thousand deck print run, right? If we're saying that, these are actually going to be, they are bicycle branded. The court cards are actually going to have metallic ink on the courts, along with the actual tuck itself is going to have metallic ink as well.
So right here on the tuck, the Metallica. I was going to sing a Metallica song, but for some reason I can't come up with one. Master. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, that'll be gold metallic ink on the kind of the accents there on the sides, too.
Yeah.
But the court cards will have gold metallic. You'll see them on the campaign page. But the closest I can show you here, kind of similar
Yes.
to this, which is the gold artisan, but kind of similar to that old Theory 11 gold metallic on the courts.
It's gonna look very similar to that. That's for sure.
So, but there'll be some good photos on the campaign page.
Yeah. And people are asking what kind of stock we're going to be using. We're actually going to be using B stock, classic B stock, because honestly, everybody uses a B stock. Everybody knows it for everyday carry, for a fidget deck, a worker deck.
Yeah.
It's just everybody's choice, in my opinion. I like that little thicker stock myself anyway, especially a guy with bigger hands. Just it feels a little bit better.
Yes.
Little things to note: it is going to be traditionally cut. They are going to feature Daniel Schneider face cards, core cards, but we are customizing them with the gold metallic, which I think James did a great job on. He was able to get that perfectly done. Our custom ace of spades, as you probably have seen, Dan showed it a little bit ago. The jokers. So little thing to note here: this is going to be for the red deck. So you're going to have 2 identical jokers. They're both going to be holding the red flower. If the blue unlocks, those flowers will actually be blue. So keeping in theme with the color of the deck.
Yeah.
Which is great. So we spoke about the tucks. Definitely told you we're going to have the gold metallic ink around the borders of the tuck. They are going to come with a USPCC black seal.
Yep.
Which is
keep it classic.
Gotta
right?
keep it classic. We're staying with that EDC frame. If you know, you know. Talked about the core cards, which is amazing. Talked about that jokers, the ace of spades. Now, we spoke about all the regular stuff.
Yes.
Why don't we talk about the stretch goals? I think that's something interesting to talk about.
I think real quick.
All right, bring it back.
Let's bring it back to the add-ons that are available right from the start.
Ooh.
Besides your decks, you will have deck cuts by John.
Yep.
Who's a member here.
A member of the Cards and Beards crew. By the time this is out on YouTube and on Spotify, we will actually be showing the deck cuts. So follow us on Instagram. You will see them. Beautifully done. I think John did an amazing job with that deck cut. It just is layered perfectly. I think it pops. We have pictures, so you'll see them on Instagram. Yeah. And trust me, this deck cut is
And these
Beautiful.
are yeah, and these are cuts of proto, so these are not renderings of a cut. These are
No.
physically cut prototypes.
Yes.
So they'll go for $90 plus shipping,
Which
and
is cheap.
yeah, I think so. For
And shipping will depend on where you're at, because
yeah,
believe it or not, these will be shipped separately from the campaign itself. Because John is actually going to get the decks in his possession. It will take him time to cut all of them, and he will ship them out separately. So that's why, depending on where you're at in the world, if you're in Europe or anywhere else international, it might be a little bit different pricing wise. But we'll have all that on the campaign when we launch. You'll see pricing wise, and it's actually really good price wise. I think he's charging really good for shipping.
yeah. And then the last thing available right at launch would be the red uncut sheet, which we are making $17 plus shipping. Don't kill us on the shipping. We have you can't control a tube price. Okay, so that's why we made the uncut 17 instead
Yes.
of like $50 or $100.
Or 250 Fontaine.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I just had to.
So there you go. So that
yeah.
those are the things that are available right from the get go.
That is right from the get go. So now we should talk about the stretch goals, which then will
Yes.
equal the extra add-ons that will come.
Yep.
So let me see. What did we have as a first stretch goal?
Probably my favorite
I
thing
think
from this campaign.
yes. I think this is going to be amazing. If you guys haven't seen it yet, which you haven't, but hopefully by the time this airs, we might post it. We are getting custom coins done by Gavin Lowe.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Gavin Lowe is, first off, he's been a guest on this podcast. Go back into the history, you'll find him. Gavin Lowe has talked with myself and John. Awesome guy, down to earth, Canadian brother, does amazing stuff with metalwork. And the coin that he is creating for us, by the way, we got protos. You'll see them. Trust me, you will see them.
Yes.
They are beautiful.
So the coin will be, one side will be this circle, and it's not going to focus, so just bear with me.
Here.
There you go. Yeah, look at Chris. Why are you even looking at me? So it'll be the circle there with the roses, and then the other side will be the wheel right there in the middle.
Yep. So basically that.
Yep.
Which is going to be great. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. And it'll come in a nice little
Acrylic case.
little coin case. And these are handcrafted kind of with Gavin, and we'll have a video on the campaign page kind of showing the process a little bit too, if you're curious.
But you know what I think the best thing is about this? The price.
Yep.
So, FYI, you'll see it on the page once we launch. The price for these coins are super cheap. It's only $30 a coin, including shipping.
And that case.
In that case,
Yep. I think that's a great deal.
for $30, I mean, that's perfect. And it's one of those coins that you can actually fidget with. It's gonna actually it's a hefty coin.
Fidget with, or use it as your dealer coin when you're playing poker with.
I mean, it's gonna be
crafters.
It's gonna be 2 inches in diameter. It's gonna be about 10 grams. It's stainless steel.
Yeah,
So it's gonna have some coins. So even if you're playing poker and you need a dealer coin, there's your dealer coin. Or if you want to do some coin magic, you could do some coin magic with this because it actually has some heft, and you don't have to worry about if dropping it or whatnot. You actually know where it is, which is a good one.
Cool.
So
And then the next one would be the half brick box, and
Yes.
that would unlock a free half brick box for every 6 decks that you pledge for. So everybody who has 6, you get 1. If you get 12, you'll get 2.
Yep.
So on and so forth. So every 6 decks, you get a free half brick box. And I'll let the campaign show or our Instagram page show you what that looks like.
And also remember, guys, when if we unlock the blue colorway, that half brick box, you can actually mix and match. You can do 3 and 3. So that's what we're going to be offering. Unfortunately, we're not going to be doing any other different splits. It's going to be if you get on the early birds, or in general, if you get on the half brick, you will get, and at the end afterwards in the backer kit, you could basically choose 3 red, 3 blue. Only time you're able to split. We're not going to be able to
3 red, 3 blue, or
6
or 6 red, really.
6 red, 6 blue if you do a brick. But we're not going to be doing any of the 4 red, 2 blue, 5 red, 1 blue. No, it's going to be 3 and 3, unfortunately.
1 fish, 2 fish. Yeah.
Yes. Basically. But after the half brick boxes, we're doing a little stretch goal of free stickers. So, everybody, once we get to that goal, everybody's going to get 2 free stickers, which are actually going to be our Crafters logo, which is actually on the front of the tuck. You'll see right there, dead center, the word Crafters, the banner right there. That will be one logo.
And then that rose shows up again. That circle rose will be a sticker as well.
Yep, that is because that's basically our logo for this campaign, which is great. And then, of course, once that unlocks, if you want to add more stickers, they're going to be in as an add-on for like $5 for a sticker pack. So, if you wanted to get a couple more stickers, more than welcome to.
And then the best stretch goal ever,
the blue.
The blue.
The blue.
They will be $15, no extra shipping to each. But like I said, if you back a tier of 6 or 12, then you can split those bricks up.
So Dan, you're saying that if a backer gets the early birds for 66, which is $11 a deck, they can then split that 3 and 3. So instead of paying $15 a deck for the blue, they're paying $11 a deck because they did it in the early birds.
Yep. So I'd get on the early birds if I were you, and if you're especially if you're interested in 6 decks and maybe this one, you might want to pledge on that, because then you can lock yourself in to get that cool deal.
Hell yeah. And that's what we were telling you earlier. This was the deal. Because think about it, $11 versus $15.
And then just I don't have a prototype of the blue tuck, but it'll be the same as this but blue, and it will still have that metallic ink on the gold.
And you'll see all that on the campaign as well. We have pictures of the blue tuck there. Once it unlocks, we'll even have more pictures going, but we'll add that on to the campaign as well as our social medias when it goes and gets unlocked. So follow us again on Instagram. All the details in the description below. Then we had a couple little, a couple extras, stretch goals after that we were just super happy about. We actually are getting custom carrot cases done.
Yep.
We are getting a 2-deck carrot case done by Carrot Case Creation. Sherman's an amazing gentleman. We're getting the 2-deck carrot case with the Crafters banner. So that banner, again, it's coming up again. It'll be etched onto the top of the carrot case. So, if whoever here has had, like, let's say, a Luke Wadey carrot case that's been custom done, or
Rattler Gorge did one, right?
Rattler Gorge did one that was a little bit more extensive as well.
Yeah, it was.
That thing was insane. Or even almost every other carrot case out there. There's a ton of them. But he does great work, and they will have the Crafters banner logo over the top. And then you could, if by then both decks will be unlocked, so you can have the red and blue side by side, and that'll be a perfect little display. Have the, it'll be something similar to, I'm not even going to be able to reach that right now.
It's fine.
It's my bicycle decks. The OGs are up there, and I'm not going to get them. I don't feel like getting up. Nobody. I mean, am I wearing pants?
No. And then the last stretch goal that I have available would be gilded decks for the red and blue, starting off with 100 each, and they will have a holographic seal, not numbered, but it will be a holographic seal, so you know the difference.
Yep.
And then 2 special stretch goals that are not going to be talked about until we get close to unlocking it, because it's a surprise. But boy, let me tell you,
those stretch goals, those ultimate ones, are insane.
So,
but again, we want to thank everybody that has been supporting us since we started. Cards and Beards in general, since we started this. We want to thank you guys. I mean, we had a previous campaign. Granted, it didn't get funded, but we took all the feedback that you guys gave us, whether it be through social media, here on YouTube, all the descriptions, whatever, all the comments. We took all your feedback and decided, hey, we need to really come out with a nice deck that's an EDC deck, and that's where this was the brainchild of that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's a humbling experience when you go from this getting not even close to being funded, and then you follow it up with that. I mean, what if?
Yeah.
What?
Complete change of pace. But we learned. This is why we learned. We take everybody's opinions, everybody's criticism and feedback, and we learn from it. And that's why we always said, Dan, we've always said we are about the community. We want to learn from the community. And what better way to be like, hey, you guys told us, we listened.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope that you all come along for the ride, because we don't.
Can't wait. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a fun one. But you know what? Besides that, Dan, I think we had a great we're hoping to have a great Kickstarter, but I think there's maybe one other person or a couple other people that are launching really soon as well that I think
Yeah.
are of mention. I would like to say one person. I think Emily is a great woman. She's awesome. She's coming out with her Beacon deck on October 11th, which is Tuesday.
Tomorrow for us, and then in
Tomorrow.
the past for you.
Yes. Well, we're
I've
traveling
been
in
waiting.
time.
I've been waiting for this stinking deck for. I feel like she's been teasing it for like a year.
Yeah, I remember she teased it last year.
Yeah. But I'm liking the soft velvety looking tuck with the embossed gold foil. But yeah, I mean, with her, she's gonna deliver.
Yeah.
She can. Yeah, she's very reliable and trustworthy. So I think you should get it because I am.
Oh yeah, same here. I am backing it 100%. Maybe not 100 decks, but I will back at least a few. That is for sure.
Yep. And then Docs is launching I guess, the V2 of the Erdnase deck he did.
Yes.
The 1902 collection, right?
Yeah, the bronze brown color.
Yeah. Here, I have the green one here.
Yeah, it's the brown bronze version of that.
Yeah. So, and that launches tomorrow as well. I highly expect that to be one hell of a campaign.
Yeah, I mean, with Doc, that's one thing. Doc and Emily, those are the two people that we know historically
Consistently deliver.
consistently
Succeed. Yeah.
always, and we don't have to worry about them. And as far as fulfillment goes, we know they fulfill. So one might take a year, another one might take 3 years, but they fulfill.
But they fulfill. Yeah.
It happens.
Exactly.
It happens.
Yeah, so I think that's really all on the Kickstarter front, those two and us.
For sure.
But I haven't backed anything in a while. So
Oh no, neither have I. It's been quiet. It's been
I think
quiet.
Luke Wadey's Arrow V3 is that V3? Is that really what that was? The blue one?
Yes,
Wow, V3 already. That's the last one about.
that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
and then as far as the community goes, I wanted to bring up one thing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, because I saw it. Everybody's been seeing it teased. Okay, I'm going to bring up Fontaine for a minute here. Okay. Okay.
Oh God, not the Sesame Street one.
Sesame Street deck. Okay, I think.
I'm just gonna say it.
Just go ahead.
I'm just gonna say it. They gotta stop. They gotta stop.
They're just novelty fucking gift shop decks now.
Yes, that's all they're doing.
There's no originality to it. Like
No.
at least with the Pink Panther one, there was a little. He took some liberties with it, but this is just here's Big Bird. There's no. He's not doing cardistry or holding nothing.
I'm like, no.
So the reason I wanted to bring that up is because do you know Check or Hold on Instagram?
I've heard the name. I don't know.
Okay. Everybody that's listening, go to Instagram and search Check or Hold. Okay? He has done some great meme work lately in the card community.
I think I've seen. I think I've seen a couple of his.
He put a post out today mocking Fontaine, announcing now for pre-order Fontaine Caillou edition. And it is freaking hilarious. It made me die. Oh my god. Because that's where he's headed.
Yeah. No, but I think okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. These hype brands are slow, especially Fontaine. They're grasping on straws to get what was happening before. Because let's be honest, a year ago, when we were still in the pandemic, Fontaines were selling out.
Yes.
Where I mean, granted, he sells out on his website, but even third parties were selling out, like Henry and Murphy's and everybody. Well, whoever has them, especially Henry, he would sell them like that. You could get them. He couldn't keep them fast enough. Now,
he doesn't want to even buy them.
No, he doesn't want to get them anymore. He's like, I have an abundance of Fontaines I'm still sitting on. Like, no. I think the hype behind those brands are a little bit dying. I think people are realizing they don't need to spend $20, $30 on a deck of cards or get a brick just to get a gilded. Yes, I went there.
No, I'm reading the comments on Fontaine's
Oh God.
announcement because I guess Sesame Street comes out this weekend. It's a pre-order, doesn't come out, doesn't ship until January. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna read Johnny's Fidget Forum. Okay, this is great. Another, in caps, deck and another pre-order. Is it me or is Fontaine whack as fuck these days? You flood the market, Zach. You aren't listening to the community telling you to slow down with the releases, but hey, enjoy your vacations.
Yep. Yep.
Boom.
He Zach. Okay, Zach is like a lot of the other big time creators that don't listen to the community. They just want to do whatever they want. They feel like people are gonna buy their shit no matter what. And I think people are getting tired of it. I think people are getting tired of like spending the $20, $30 on a deck of cards over and over and over again. I think people are like, hey, let me go back to really prioritizing my money. Because I personally think now, I think the hype is slowing down because last year when we were still in the pandemic, people were still staying indoors. We were still sheltered at home, you know, so we had a little excess money in our pockets because we weren't going out, we weren't hanging out with friends, you know, things like of that nature. So we could spend a little bit more. I think now that things are opening up again and the fact that we are actually going back to work and, you know, meeting with friends, we don't have that disposable income anymore. Now it's more like, hey, I actually have to pay more. I have to make sure I pay rent. I have to make sure I pay all my bills. I have to make sure I do all this. I can't be spending money on cards or more cards or cards. You know, it's like,
Yep.
people are being more conscious of what they're spending their money on nowadays. And granted, we're not telling you what to spend your money on, guys. If this is what makes you happy, go right ahead.
Yeah, do it.
Do whatever
Do
makes
it.
you happy. We're just
Go to
giving our
Sesame
own
Street.
opinion. I mean,
You know?
I remember going to Sesame Place with my kids when they were younger.
Go. You know what, Zach? Make a Teddy Rumpelstiltskin, Teddy Rupskin, whatever that stupid talking bear was.
Yeah.
Right? With the cassette you put in his butt and he like tells you a story all
Yeah.
creepy like.
That was a good one.
But hey,
Oh,
you know,
You know what he
milk
might
a
come
cow
out with?
until it's dry, I guess.
Hey, he might even do Cabbage Patch Dolls. The Cabbage
It
Patch.
kind of
Kids.
looks like one.
I mean, he does. So I mean, it wouldn't be
Cabbage
fun.
Patch Dolls, Jesus.
Yes, I
You know what? You know where I really just said, you know what the hell with Fontaine? He didn't make a Doug deck when he did Nickelodeon. Bro. What are you doing, man?
The dumb thing. Oh God. Only
Right.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
Doug, Penny, right? Was that her name? No,
Yeah,
right?
Benny. Yeah, Skeeter.
Skeeter.
Yeah.
Patty Mayonnaise. There you go.
Patty Mayonnaise.
The
right.
Beats. What was the dog's name? I can't remember the dog's name. Quail Man. Wears
Who
a
had
belt
no-
on his head and his underwear outside his shorts.
And still had no powers.
And still-
Jeez. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Fontaine needs to stop. Zach needs to stop this shit already. It's like enough is enough. You know, one person I think who does it, like Dan, you said, there's a couple people I think who do it right. One, we always say Luke Wade. Of course, we always say that. But
Always,
another,
yeah.
but another right here,
Ah, yes.
Chris Orbit Brown always does a great job. He doesn't release 1,000 decks a year. Like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this right now, and I know we're going off topic. We're just gonna
No.
talk about our Kickstarter. But another company that I think is over flooding the market, and I think they're just doing it too much. I mean, we all go to them because they're cheap and we get their deck cheap. But Penguin Magic is releasing like a new deck every freaking month.
Yeah,
And I'm like, enough is enough between them. OPC, not even gonna start there. Zach, you know, stop doing that. I think people are getting overwhelmed, and I think that's the problem. And I think the bigger companies realize this. Like, for example, everybody knows Costco. Most people around the world have heard that name, 100%. And if you ever go to Costco, you realize you don't get many options of a certain item. Like if you go in for like a ketchup, you're only getting 2 different ketchups. That's it, you know. And that's how they do it. They want to. If you give them too many options, people will not buy a damn thing. So I think over flooding the market and giving people too many options of decks of cards, they're not going to buy it. Chris does it right. I'm only going to produce maybe 2 decks a year, if that. And there, here you go. They're going to sell.
I'm really curious about this card con coming up. I know they teased the Tally Ho
Tally
Orbit
Ho.
collab,
Oh,
but I mean he's saying you definitely want to be there, and I think there's something more going on.
Okay, whoever's listening to this, if you guys are going to CardCon, and whoever's going to CardCon, please hit me up.
You know what? I got you this. If you're going to Card Con, if you give me 3 Orbit Tally Ho's and 3 of whatever he releases, I will give you my Orbit V2.
Damn. I was going to be like, hey, I'll send you money to get me stuff.
I won't even send you money. I will send you an Orbit V2. I have 1 extra. You can have it if you hook me up.
Damn.
On that note,
We out.